In the last episode, I completed all of these quests, I obtained this incredible gear, and I'm ready to unlock my next region, so let's head over there now. Before I jump into Asgarnia, I want to get 43 prayer. The protection prayers are essential for much of the game, so I may as well get them sooner rather than later. I'll be doing this by killing big frogs in the big swamp and then running those bones up to the chaos altar in the wilderness. I'm at 108 KC and got a surprise long bone. That'll make for some nice construction XP later. One inventory later and I've gotten a second long bone. Must be my lucky day. A third long bone. I haven't even hit the KC for one yet. Alright, I've banked what should be enough big bones for 43 prayer. I'm going to run from the bank in Ferox up to the altar and back. I'll have to do this in a lot of trips because I don't really have the money to unnote the bones. I also don't want to lose any of these to a random low level PKO, so I'll do the run there and back in a free to play world. And there's the first trip done. 2 levels from that one. Gonna take a while walking back to restock after re-inventory. I'm about to run out of bones and there's no way this is enough. I don't know if I got unlucky on the 50% save, but I've got half a level left. I'm going to just run over to the boneyard to grab an inventory of bones, which should be enough. There we go, 43 prayer. I can now use protect from melee, which is almost like being invincible. We gain access to quite a few quests by unlocking Asgarnia. The skill requirements aren't anything crazy, but we will have some grinds along the way. All in good time though. We've got plenty of easy quests to knock out first. Before I do much in Asgarnia, I've got to get Herblore unlocked. I want to be able to put lamps into it, so let's get this done first. I've got a bunch of meats in my bag and I'm ready to talk to these guys that look suspiciously like me. Let's talk to our boy Cake Mix. Turns out that the stone circle south of Varrock used to belong to the druids of Guthix. I had no idea that the story of druidic ritual was helping the druids purify the stone circle in Varrock. Let's go and speak to Sanfu, the man with the serum. Sanfu is struggling with the meat. Let me tell you, I've got you covered. There's also some in my inventory. We're off to dip our meat into the cauldron of thunder, and no, that's not a euphemism. Was anybody else scared of these suits of armor as a kid, or was that just me? Okay, we've got some appetizing looking food. I don't think it's explained what the specific purpose of these blue meats is, but I suppose it's not for us to know the druidic magic. Sanfu happily received our meats, and now Cake Mix is mansplaining Herblore to us. But there we have it, access to the Herblore skill, which sets off a chain reaction of giving us access to dig site and recipe for disaster. But we'll get to those another time. While I'm over this way, I'm gonna go and talk to Doric real quick. Apparently, Doric is the best maker of pickaxes in the whole of Gielinor. I've been playing this game for a long time, and this is the first I've heard of it, so I feel like he's overselling his abilities. Oh, never mind, he makes the pickaxes that Nermoth sells, so turns out I am familiar with your work. Doric has asked for 6 clay, 4 copper and 2 iron, and in return he'll allow us to use his anvil. I forgot to bring a pickaxe, so I'm using the bronze one Doric gave me. Look at this guy over here, flaunting his steel pickaxe while I suffer with this bronze piece of shit. We now have access to Doric's anvil, and I can't help but think he got the better end of the deal here. When am I ever going to want to use this? You know what's wrong with this setup? No cape. I'm going to change it right now before I do anything else. I've been playing for 49 hours and I still don't have a cape yet. That's crazy. Have a taste of your own medicine, mate. Doesn't that look good? Just a cool little observation here. This is my first time in Falador on this account, and it actually feels like I'm entering a new area for the first time. I've spent a good amount of hours in Misthalin, so to come here and see the distinct style in Falador, it feels like it's new. You know, the nature of this account means I can't just go all over the map. I really have to focus and spend some time in one area. And then when I get to open that up to new regions, it feels impactful, which is really nice. Now that we're in Falador, that of course brings us to the White Knight Castle and the Temple Knights storyline. We're going to get started with the Knight's Sword. The squire has lost Sir Viven's sword. He's also got something weird dangling from his helmet. He says if he knew where it was then it wouldn't be lost, but I don't think that's true. What if you drop something down a well? You've lost it, but you know where it is. So, the sword was made by a race of dwarves that may not even exist anymore, and the squire thinks it's a reasonable request to get me to go and find them, which obviously I agree to. I've come to speak to Roldo, as he may know something about the Imcando dwarves. They must have all had 99 smithing because they were regarded as the best smiths in the world. That was until about a century ago when they were wiped out by the barbarian invasion. We briefly considered offering red berry pie to any passing dwarf, but that feels politically incorrect, so instead we're going to take Roldo's advice and look on the southern peninsula of Asgarnia. Just realised I don't actually know where to get a pie. I would usually get them from the Cooking Guild or the Bank Chest and Lumbridge Cellar, but I don't have access to either of those. I'll make a pot of flour real quick while I think of where to go. By the way, you may notice that some of my skills have been trained off camera. I'll generally only do this where the training itself isn't very interesting, like woodcutting and firemaking, but I'll show you any meaningful unlocks. Wyden's food store doesn't have any pie stuff, which is unfortunate. I've just remembered you can craft pie dishes, and I happen to have the exact level needed, which is handy. So there's my pie dish, and my pie shell, and an uncooked red berry pie. Now I just walk all the way back down to Thurgo. Imcando dwarves are apparently followers of Guthix, which is interesting. Thurgo very rightly points out that he'd need a picture of the sword first, which is a completely reasonable request that I wish we could have asked for sooner. I've walked all the way back to Falador just to get a picture of the sword. Oh, these guys aren't looking too good. Excuse me, you alright? They don't look alright. Another long walk back, but we're back at Thurgo with a picture of the sword. Ugh, and he needs iron bars as well, I forgot about that. Let's get the blurite first and then deal with the iron. We are chilling down here with our new protection prayers. So chill, you might even mistake me for an ice warrior. I've just started mining iron and I realised I don't even have the level to smith the bars for fuck's sake. Ugh. There's an iron bar spawn just north of Ferox, so I'll quickly grab 2 of these. And now for another very long walk back to Mudskipper Point. And another very long walk back to Falador. But there it is, it was all worth it for that huge boost to smithing, 28 levels gained just like that. While I'm in the castle, I may as well talk to Ceramic Vase about the Black Knight's fortress. But before I do that, it's way more important that I pet Cerberus. We just met this guy 5 seconds ago and he's already recruiting us as a spy. He says that espionage is forbidden by the Temple Knights, but apparently it's completely fine for him to hire me to do it for him. Right. I know there's a few things I need, so I'm just going to get those up front. I just did way too much walking around in the last quest. I need an iron chain body. I'll grab a cabbage on the way over. And lastly, a bronze medhelm. We've come to the high security military installation. It's owned by the Black Knights, who are also known as the Kinshra. I've quickly changed into my guard uniform and now they're more than happy to let me inside. Oh, and they're very welcoming. Oh, this is quite a nice view, isn't it? This is a lovely spot to look out at the landscape. The Black Knight's secret weapon is an invincibility potion. Did they find out how to use Protect from Melee as well? The last ingredient is a special cabbage with slightly magical properties. A regular old cabbage would entirely wreck the potion, which is good information for me to have. And we go yeet. That potion looks thoroughly destroyed. Time to get the fuck out of here. I've reported my successful mission back to Ceramic Vase, and he's given us 2.5k, which is actually a decent amount of gold for us right now, sadly. Okay, it's time for a quest that I'm a little nervous about, and that is Recruitment Drive. I think I've already established that I'm not very good at puzzles. I mean, I just got lost for 5 minutes in the Black Knight's fortress, and this whole quest is puzzles, but I'm particularly worried about the room with all the chemicals. Ceramic Vase has put us forward as a candidate to join the Temple Knights, and we can talk to certification to get started. The Temple Knights were founded by Saradomin himself centuries ago, and the Temple Knights are basically a more elite version of the White Knights. Okay, first puzzle. It's fish. The answer's fish. I didn't even have to read it, it just stuck out to me. F-I-S-H. Undefeatable by any blade. I remember when this one was actually can't be defeated by any man, so you had to change to a woman. But times have changed and we don't do that anymore. Ah, this is an easy one. We just get all three across the bridge, making sure we never leave the chicken alone with the grain or the fox alone with the chicken. We take the chicken across, then take the grain, we take the chicken back, take the fox, and now we go back for the chicken one last time. And just for the fun of it, here's how I look with everything all at once. Another easy one here, we're missing a bronze one, and yeah, it looks like it's a mace. There it is. I don't know if it's guaranteed that you will get this room, but this is the one I'm nervous about. Just a quick note while I'm editing this, you can see from the in-game timer that this whole quest up to this point has only taken me 6 minutes. This one room took me about 10 times that, so enjoy watching me die inside while trying to figure this out. I remember I need to get the spade into the door. Let's just go around the room and grab everything we can find. Okay, we've got a lot of documentation here. I might actually need to take some notes to keep track of this. According to those notes, we can make a plaster-like material with gypsum and dihydrogen monoxide. So we'll make those in the cake tin and take an impression of the key. I remember that from doing this quest years ago. I can then combine the tin and cupric ore powders and heat it on the Bunsen burner to make a key. How do I get it out? Bronze isn't magnetic. Knife? Oh, yeah, there we go. So the key is for the second door, but I still need the spade in the door. Oh, that's it. It just explodes on the Bunsen burner. So I can put the spade in the door. Oh, but if I pull it, then it just comes out. I need something that'll get stuck in there, like something sticky. This one makes a blue compound and some heat. I can't put it on the door though. It's a very hot vial of something. Oh, I can pour some stuff onto the spade while it's in the door. I can see this tinderbox. Surely I need this. Like, do I put something on the spade while it's in the door, then light it with the tinderbox? I mean, that could make it hot. Maybe it would expand and fill the hole. Something like that. Can't seem to get the tinderbox though, and there's nothing else on any of these shelves. I've gone through all the notes again, and the only one that sounds relevant is the combination that makes the blue substance and heat. But it doesn't seem that I can get any of the chemicals back once they're used, so... I guess I'll just have to leave and then come back. I'm guessing that means I have to do all the puzzles again, but I really don't think I have another option. Okay, attempt number 2. I remember this. I just do nothing until he tells me I've passed. Yeah, just let me do the thing. Chicken, grain, chicken, box, chicken. Statues again. Oh, funny, this time it hasn't scrambled them. Gold mace. Kill this guy again. And here we are again, back in this hellhole. Oh, I didn't see this message last time. It confirms that there's limited supplies. So there's the spade and the key. This is the easy bit. I've looked at my notes and it looks like the only reason to use the cupric sulfate is to make this blue thing. So I'll mix that, I'll put it on the spade. Oh no, it says it cooled down too much in my inventory. Gets very hot as you mix the two ingredients together, but it cooled down too much in my inventory. Oh, I've had a look at everything I have left, but I think I just have to restart again. Attempt number 3. Oh, a new one. A riddle about how I die. I don't know, man. Thrown off the castle wall. Fuck. Attempt number 4. Rain. Oh, there's somebody else here doing it as well. Man, I'm so jealous of this person because I'm sure they're doing it with the quest helper and just having absolutely no issues, and this is my 4th time coming back in here. Oh my god, I was distracted and I left the chicken alone with the grain. Fuck me. Attempt number 5. This guy again. Oh, wait a minute. If the wolves haven't been fed in a month, they'd be dead. I'm so stupid. Gold Darrock's great axe. Oh my god, the other guy doing the quest has died. Free prayer XP though. That's honestly cheered me up a little bit, I'll be honest. I'm glad somebody else is suffering here too. Chicken, grain, chicken, fox, chicken. I refuse to believe that this tinderbox isn't somehow involved. I've wasted the cupric sulfate again, so it's time for attempt number 6. Oh my god, I've done it again! I was thinking about what I'm gonna do in the experiment room and I left the stupid fucking chicken alone with the grain. What is this riddle now? 1 million inhabitants. What would you get if you multiplied the number of fingers on everyone's left hand? 4 million? Oh, for fuck's sake. Attempt number 7. Alright, we're back in the lab. In one of the previous chat messages, it told me that the cupric sulfate cooled too much in my inventory. So I'm thinking I need to make the reaction happen outside of my inventory. So if I put the spade on the door, then put the cupric sulfate on there, then put the dihydrogen monoxide on. Yes! Oh, it says it gets hotter and expands slightly. That's exactly what I was trying to do earlier. Oh, now I just make my key like I've done 5 times already. And there we have it. I just need to not fuck up the rest of these puzzles. Oh, I knew I needed to expand the spade so that it fits snugly. I just couldn't figure out exactly how to do it. And not being able to reset the room is so much worse because you start losing focus and forgetting things. You can see how many times I've walked across the bridge from the chat message. 34 times already. Missing a white 2H sword, easy. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God that's over. Oh man, that sucked. I mean, it is cool that we got 10 herblore because we need that for dig site. And I mean, 3k coins is actually quite meaningful to me right now. I'm honestly just more relieved that it's done. You can see the in-game time at the bottom. That took over an hour, and nearly all of that was for that one puzzle. It really sucks that you can't reset the room. It feels unnecessarily punishing that not only are the resources limited, but if you reset you have to do all of the puzzles again. Oh, that really fucking sucked to do without the quest helper. God help me when I get to Morning's End Part 2. Oh, Beekeeper random. Another puzzle, that's exactly what I'm in the mood for right now. 11 herblore though, that's nice. Okay, so a bit of time has passed since finishing Recruitment Drive because I wanted to AFK something while I catch up on editing. I've gotten to 46 fletching and 56 woodcutting, but more importantly, I've ended up with quite a lot of bows to sell. I'm going to sell 5 of each unstrung per world, and I'll save the strung bows to sell in Varrock. After selling the unstrung bows, I've ended up with 45k cash, which is nice. I haven't had this much money on the account yet. Now though, we sell 432 willow longbows to low in Varrock, and we should get a decent chunk from these. Oh my goodness, look at that cash. And I did this for a specific purpose. Gear upgrades. We've got the Initiate Helm now, which gives the same stats as the Mithril, but also has a +3 prayer bonus, so we can get rid of the Mithril Helm. The Myth Plate and Steel Legs have served us well, but we have some decent upgrades available right now elsewhere. I'm of course referring to the Champions Guild. I definitely want the Rune Plate Legs. 64k is a lot, but these will be with us for a long time, so it's worth the money. Now, I could get the Rune Chain Body, but that wouldn't leave us with much money spare. Comparing the stats of the Rune Chain to the Addy Plate Body, I think the Addy is the better option right now. The stats are a bit lower, but it saves cash that we'll need for other things, and we'll be replacing the body soonish anyway. Look at this ridiculous outfit, 3 different colours of metal armour. We are looking strong though. Another thing I've been doing on the side is a bit of rooftop agility. I've just picked up my 70th Mark of Grace, so I think it's time we go and spend these. I've considered the options of what I can afford, and I'm going with a pair of gloves and a pair of boots. That'll help a little bit when I'm running around, and it looks sick. Okay, a fair bit more time has passed since those last clips. I've been quite busy lately, so I've been AFKing more and thought getting my melee stats up would be good. As you can see, I've been here for a while because I've managed to fill up on gems just from these caskets and random events. When I started, I think I was 40 attack and 55 strength. I'm now at 63 attack and 65 strength, so it's been a good amount of progress. I'm going to go bank all this stuff and then finish up getting 65 attack. Another couple hours and here we are, 65 attack. Most of you probably already know that this gives us access to the Warriors Guild. I'll be able to get all the defenders, and the food shop there is a great source of cheap high healing food. 65 is also the required level for some decent weapons. We'll have a good crush option with the zombie axe and a decent stab option with the Bell's Folly. Hopefully we can get all of those soonish, and we'll pair with the Dragon Sim as the slash option, which will round out a nice selection of melee weapons. Now that I've done Druidic Ritual, I can unblock the dig site. And we've already got the skill requirements, so I'm going to head over there right now. My inventory probably looks a bit odd with this random assortment of tools, but I just don't know what I need, and I want to minimize the bank trips as much as possible. I know there'll be some digging, and I know in the museum you need leather gloves to clean the finds, so I've just brought all that stuff with me just in case I need it. Alright, apparently we need the museum curator's permission to get involved at the dig site. It's kind of weird that she would assume the curator knows anything about us, but whatever. We got permission and now we're taking the first exam. I'm pretty sure there's nothing I can do to actually pass this first time, so I'll just enjoy the silly answers for now. All of the good books have been taken, so I'll have to ask the students for advice on how to pass the exam. Green shirt over here will help us if we find his animal skull. Is this the one that I have to pickpocket? I mean, he said somebody may have picked it up, but oh, yep, immediately found it. Earth science is the study of the earth, its contents and history. I'll remember that. Definitely won't need to refer to this recording later. This man is built like Guthany infested. I can't do anything unless I find my special cup. Your what? So he lost it near the tents. I'm pretty sure this is the one that I find by panning. So let's grab this and I'll get to panning. What? Oh, he wants a cup of tea. Okay, let's run to get a cup of tea. You can't beat a good cuppa. You can say that again, mate, especially when it's Yorkshire tea. My guy's panning on the ground and is surprised that it keeps coming back as mud. Hey, special cup? Okay, so he tells us now that people eligible to use the dig site are those that have passed the appropriate earth sciences exam. Makes sense. The last student has lost her teddy bear somewhere near the large urns at the edge of the dig site. I remember this one. I just need to search one of the bushes over there until I find it. There it is. Oh, it's weird looking. And now she's let us know that leather gloves and boots to be worn at all times. Proper tools must be used. Lovely, I should be good to pass the first exam now, so let's go give that a go. A level 1 exam done. Now we immediately go into the second one. All three of the students have just given me some more info for the second exam, so preparing for that one was much faster. A level 2 exam done. Let's get straight into the next one. So the first two guys were great. They gave me some more info without asking for anything in return. This lady, on the other hand, she only wants an opal though, so it's not too bad, just a bit more panning action. And we've traded the opal for some more info, and that's enough to get our level 3 certificate. Alright, so I need a find that will impress the expert. Fucking finally. I'm sure I've edited out most of that, but that was 10 minutes of running around not knowing what to do before I found this. Man. Oh, God. I'm tired. Very blando, mate. You're not gonna fucking believe it. Okay, so we've got permission now to use the dig shafts. Just had a chat with Doug Deeping, which sounds like the name of an adult film star, but he hasn't really given me any useful info. I'm going to pick up one of these roots though, I'm pretty sure that's important. Right, hang on a minute. I've just spent a couple minutes wandering around looking at where to go. It turns out the overground layout and the underground layout are flipped. When you're below ground, you expect that the northeastern winch would lead you to this bigger cave, but it leads you to a smaller southwestern cave. What a load of shit. Anyway, investigating the rocks prompts us to look for a way to move them. Doug Deeping has just told us about a chap who was working on an explosive chemical mixture, so I'll go investigate that. That key he's given us opens up this chest, which has some unusual powder. We've got the instructions for the explosive mixture. It's fairly straightforward. We just need ammonium nitrate powder, nitroglycerin, ground charcoal, and the last ingredient seems to be the root that I picked up earlier. I didn't have any herbal supplies, so I've just ran to get those. I'm getting real sick of all this running around. For you guys, this has probably been a couple minutes, but for me, this has now been over an hour of running around the dig site. Cool, got some charcoal from the specimen tray. I assume the barrel with the skull and crossbones on it is the nitroglycerin. I can't seem to mix any of this together though. I'm pretty sure these are the 4 things that I need. Oh, okay, it turns out I just had to get Terry to identify the ingredients for me first. Like a classic, you know what the thing is, but your character doesn't know what the thing is until somebody tells you what the thing is. There we go, it's letting us mix them now. And annoyingly, I have to go back to the bank because I assume I need a tinderbox, which I forgot to get when I grabbed the herbal supplies. It's a good thing I did all that combat training, or else these dark wizards would slap me up. Use the chemical compound, okay. Tinderbox. Holy shit. Nice little place we got down here though. Silver ore, very nice. Bone spawn, very nice. Tremble mortal before the altar of our dread lord Zaros. I'm scared. Well, there we have it. Dig site quest completed. 39 mining, 18 herb lore. That's decent. That's a good few levels. That actually took a while to do, but I know what will make me feel better. Crossing it off the list. I'm running up to the museum because I'm pretty certain that if I show one of these certificates to somebody in there, I can get a dirty blast that I can use for Recipe for Disaster. New recipe from the Gnome Kingdom. Yes, this is it. Buy a rotten tomato down here real quick. Mono Madness could only dream of this. Okay. This pub only sells normal beer. Let me look around for a Greenman's Ale. I know the pub in Falador has some different drinks. Guys, this is unfortunate. I ran around for a bit. I looked at a few pubs, but none of them have Greenman's Ale. After looking around, I decided to just check the wiki to make sure that I had exhausted all of my options, and it turns out that I can't get it by any means in my regions. I can get it in a couple places in Varlamore and a couple places in Kandarin. I could also brew it in Keldagrim, so there's literally nothing I can do right now to progress Recipe for Disaster. I'm going to update my quest tracker. It was blocked for not having a Dirty Blast, now it's blocked for not having a Greenman's Ale. So that's marked as blocked now. It's sad, but that's the reality of this kind of restriction. So until I get Kandarin, Varlamore or Fremennik, I won't be doing a single part of Recipe for Disaster, which is a shame. That was 2 long-ish quests in a row, so I think it would be nice to knock out some shorter ones real quick. Witch's Potion is up first, and that shouldn't take long. Rat Tail, Burnt Meat, Eye of Newt, Oil, a drink from the Cauldron, and that's that one done. It's nice to just complete a quest without any issues or getting stuck on a puzzle. Or Scene of Interest is up next, since I'm in the area. I believe we just read this notice board. Sarah was spooked by some hulking monster in the woods, but this pretty doggy saved her. She looks so cozy by the fire. Cozy Rosie. Here's the cart, food strewn everywhere. We've got a trail of carrots and cabbages to follow. Big hole, have the urge to use rope on hole. We found a skeleton, which apparently the bones look like they've been gnawed clean fairly recently. How on earth would I know that? Ow, fuck. I've been folding like a pretzel. Okay, somebody's here to save us, which is convenient. Spria has just given us this wicked sick pair of goggles to protect us from the pig spit. Yeah, not so tough now when you can't spit in my eyes, huh? And Sarah is thrilled at the sight of the beast's foot. Oh, 5k, that's not bad. But the real reward from Spria is 1k Slayer XP and 30 reward points, which gets us off to a nice start. Would you like a Slayer task now? No, actually I won't go on just yet. I've got a few different Slayer Masters available to me already, so I'll think about that more when it's time for me to start training. I'm in no way a TCG locked account, but I do have over 1 million credits now. Do you guys want to see me open up more than 400 packs? Let me know in the comments. It's time for another quick one with X marks the spot. I believe we get an XP lamp from this, which I would like to use. Treasure Hunter from Great Current. Never heard of it, mate. Veus is in Lumbridge searching for treasure, and he's given us a scroll, which just seems like an intro to clue scroll. So the first one starts at Bob's Axes. 1 step east, 7 north, 5 west, 1 south. That should be just here. Okay, around the back of the castle, nice and easy. I'll just spam click with the orb until I get the right place. Easy enough. Ah, fuck, I'm not good with these. Oh wait, it's a cipher, not an anagram. Okay, I've just put together a little thing to show you guys how you can solve a cipher like this. It's basically just shifting the whole alphabet along by a fixed number of letters. For example, if you shift everything by 2 places, then A becomes C, B becomes D, and so on. So with this spreadsheet, I just changed this until it makes sense. And there we go, everything shifted by 1 letter. And that's it, we've got the casket to give to Veos. That is a good question, what is this treasure we just dug up? This guy's a bit shady, don't know if I trust him. Sorry mate, I can't go to Kurin just yet. Nice little antique lamp though that I'll use on Runecraft, because I need to start crafting all that essence soon to do what lies below. What's bothering this weird looking kid? Hello young man. Yeah, that's an appropriate reaction to being approached by a strange man like me. So, this kid has kicked his ball over into the witch's garden and she's locked it in a shed. I think this is an appropriate time for me to tell a little story. When I was about 14, I was playing football with some friends in a kind of cage. They're fairly common in the UK. And this cage was next to some houses. And the fashion back then was having these big, chunky skate shoes, and the laces were never done up. So I'm playing football in this cage, and the walls around it are about 30 feet tall. I somehow managed to kick the ball in a way that caused my shoe to go flying straight up into the air and over this fence. And it landed right into somebody's back garden next door. So my friends are all laughing at me, and I walk over to this house and knock on the door. This middle-aged man answers, and he just looks miserable. I can only imagine how many footballs went into his garden every day. I'm standing there with one shoe on, and I explain to him that my shoe has gone into his garden, and this man, who hadn't said a single word to this point, he just slams the door in my face. Luckily for me, his wife overheard, and she let me into the garden to find my shoe. But all of that is to say, I can relate to this boy, because I was once him. Well, there's the witch, and there's the shed. Let's go get this ball. Key under the plant pot, classic. I've got 2 cheeses. I just remember needing these, but not exactly what for. We're going to figure it out, though. I don't know that I ever did that quest with those big experiments. We've got the magnet. I think that's all I need from down here. Let's have a quick read of the diary. What the fuck is Pentember? Okay, so on the 8th of Pentember, installed a new security system. Involves luring a mouse out and then fitting the magnet to the mouse, which then triggers the door to unlock. So cheese on hole, magnet on mouse, that's it. Easy. We should be good from here. Just kill all the stages of this experiment. Another super easy quest in the bag. My guy's saying it was much harder than he thought it would be, which is funny because I was just thinking that this was much easier than I remember it being. It was certainly much easier than getting my shoe back in real life. The 4 quest points are nice, the HP XP is kind of meaningless to us at this point. But let's do the thing with the quest tracker again, because I like doing that. I think that'll wrap up this video. There's still a lot to do in Asgarnia, and I'm already planning how I'm going to tackle everything. I'm really enjoying this account, and I hope you guys enjoy watching. If you do, please give the video a like and consider subscribing, and I'll see you real soon.